What's good, everybody? So my name is Brandon Bennett, and I wanted to come on here to show you guys and inspire all the young people watching who are looking for an opportunity like I'm in, where they can make unlimited amounts of money, work from home, and don't have to have some sort of special education or special certification to be able to do. So while I'm going through this, I'm going to explain to you the type of culture we have, the people that do really well with us, how to make a lot of money. And the reason I want to do this is because this company that I'm in and this opportunity has changed my life drastically in the past 4.5 years that I've been with the company. So I want to be able to show you guys how you could do it too and how you can think a lot bigger. Because I'm from, I don't know if anybody knows, Newcastle, PA. So if you look up the average salary or the average wage in Newcastle, PA, it's probably anywhere from 30 to 50 grand per year. No disrespect to Newcastle, I'll never forget where I came from, but if I were to listen to the people in my life to where get a 4-year degree, go get a normal job, things would look a lot different for me right now. So I want to encourage people that are young, motivated, disciplined, looking for an opportunity to get out of the norm, not do normal things, be looked at like what are you doing, or why are you doing that, or looked at kind of as an outsider versus doing the normal things that everybody does. And I'm speaking from experience. I was a college graduate. I did go to school for 4 years. And I don't use my degree. So back when I got started with this company, again, I did go to college. I have a 4-year degree in business management. And one of the things where I grew up is that's what you were told to do. Get a degree, go to college, use your degree. And anybody that I was around, if you made $100,000, I knew very little people who made over 100 grand, but the people that I knew did, you could tell. They had a nicer house, their parents drove nice cars, they were doing things. I went on one vacation a year, so we had to save up once a year. We went on vacation. Shout out Wildwood, New Jersey. We used to go there once a year, whole family, 20, 30 people. Great trip. Hopefully one day I can carry that out for my family. But what I'm trying to get to here is, in today's day and age, making $100,000 is not a lot of money. You can't really do a lot with that amount of money. And if you think about it, if you have kids, a wife, how much things cost nowadays, a house, you want to go on vacations, you want to buy things for your kids. If you're only making $100,000, it's going to be really hard to do that. So I'm going to teach you guys step by step today how I was able and how you could make over $100,000 within your first year selling insurance. The company that we work for, Globe Life, they provide us with everything we need in order to make $100,000, $200,000. My mentors and the people that I listen to make 6, 7, 8 figures per year. So if I know people that do that and have a track record that's easy to follow and they have their footprints already down, well, guess what? I just have to follow in their footprints and I'll get exactly what they have. Now, the people that I get to learn from, don't only do they just make a lot of money, but they have great relationships with the Lord. They have great relationships with their family, their wife, their kids, right? So you really wouldn't want to take advice from somebody that you wouldn't trade places with. You wouldn't take marriage advice from somebody who's been divorced 6 times. You get what I'm saying? So this is coming from people that have good track records, and we know exactly what to do in order to get you to where you may want to be one day. So one of the things that you're going to get hit with if you do join a 100% commission job or an opportunity where there's no guarantee, if you start your own business, if things you have to do aren't guaranteed, people are going to tell you things like, that's never going to work, that's too good to be true, why would you be doing that, you went to college for 4 years, it's never going to work out, a lot of people fail at that. You're going to hear a ton of things, the same things that I heard when I started, and thank God that I didn't listen to those type of people, because I would not be in the position that I'm in today. So if we look back, when I was applying for internships while in college, I applied to an internship at BNY Mellon, which is a bank in Pittsburgh. They have a huge branch there, big office, big sign. One of the things that I always thought, if you could get in with a company like that, you'll be set the rest of your life. I also had aspirations to maybe open my own restaurant one day, because I thought restaurants, no matter what, made a lot of money. I didn't think that anything really mattered other than you just open a restaurant and money pours in. I didn't know all what went into it. So looking back, thank God I didn't get the internship at BNY Mellon. And that's what kind of fueled me to, and I've always been the type of person where you couldn't really tell me what to do. I hated school. I never listened in school. I would sleep a lot, never paid attention, cheated on all my tests. And I hope my teachers are watching this, because I cheated on absolutely everything in high school and college. I probably didn't learn one thing. I probably couldn't name you 10 presidents right now if you asked me. But I'm grateful, because guess what? You don't need to know 10 presidents to make $1 million. You don't need to learn how to solve an equation to make $1 million a year. So none of that stuff mattered to me. The only thing that mattered to me was, how can I make that much money? When I got into this company, I seen people making that money, 6, 7, 8 figures a year. And it was honestly just a matter of time before I could make that money too. And when I started, we had our core group of people that started in this company with us, to where every day we were with each other. And as you grow, obviously, things are going to change. People build their own teams. You don't live with everybody anymore. And you kind of have to grow up a little bit. And then you start to branch off and have your own team. But all in all, when I started, I seen an opportunity where you could make unlimited amounts of money, and it wasn't too good to be true, because I started to make more and more money every month that I've been with this company. And the amount of growth you can have, there is no cap on your growth. So when I seen that, I felt like I was in the right spot. It was the right time. I don't want to say I got lucky, because all luck is being at the right place at the right time. And that's because God creates your luck. He puts you in places that you need to be, whether good or bad. But now I want to get into of how it's actually possible. And I'm going to be really, really simple with this stuff. So when you start with our company, you start as an agent. There's ways to get promoted and go up the ranks. Now, the really good thing is, you don't have to wait for somebody to retire, leave, quit, whatever the case may be, to get promoted. Your growth is depending upon you, okay? And that's one of the things I love, is I don't have to sit around and wait. In any corporate job or any job you go to, you're going to have to wait for that regional manager to retire that's been there 40 years. And he's going to have to inherit you in and teach you all their little things they do. It's a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. And in our company, the people who get promoted are the people who are the most coachable, the most disciplined, and put in the work. There's nothing more than that. I wish there was a bigger formula or better formula for it. But when I came into this company, I was able to make $300,000 my first year. And most of it was from personal sales. So think about it like this. Each sale you make, you're going to make anywhere from $500 to $700. So let's call it $600 to be fair. All right, so let's take our calculators out. If each sale you make $600. If we take 100,000 divided by 600, you need to make 167 sales in 365 days. I'm terrible at math, and that's about one sale every other day. which, guys, is not very hard at all. There's new reps at our company who make one sale per day, and they're making 3, 4, 5 grand within their first month. So how do you make a sale? Well, we give you the lead. You call the lead, set an appointment, and when you get on the appointment with them, you explain who we are, how we got in contact with them, the type of insurance that we offer, make sure they can qualify, and go over options for them and their family. It's not a complicated process. Each sale takes about 60 minutes over Zoom, so it's not anything that you would have to call them back in a week or a month. Like most sales processes can take like a month. If you do like solar, it takes like a month for your commissions to get paid out. We get paid every week. So imagine all you would have to do to make $100,000 in a year is sell an insurance policy every other day. You're not going to be recognized. You're not going to be at the top of the totem pole, which in my opinion is good because there's more to be made. There's more to come. There's more growth. That's how you would be able to make $100,000 with just selling insurance. Now, here's the thing with this company. As you have been here for years and years to come, it gets better and better because you start to stack up your passive income. So I only know of 2 places in the world that pay passive income. It's insurance, real estate, and maybe 3, I guess you could say, like rappers or singers get paid royalties on the music that they make. So the passive income that you can stack up on your weekly paychecks, your monthly paychecks. I know people personally at this company that make 200 grand plus per month who worked here 20 years. So I've seen the track records that you can go on in order to make this kind of money. And again, all you have to do is follow in their footsteps. If you can understand and grasp the concept of thinking bigger, and again, I'm from a small hometown where the average salary is 30 to 50 grand. There's people who make that in a week here. There's people who make that in a month here. So the thing about it is, it's not the opportunity. So I always say when people come into this business that you don't test the business out, the business tests you out because people can't handle a lot of rejection. One of my key things when I tell somebody who's new here, if you just hang around us long enough and you're around the culture, you're around the people that are driven, motivated, wake up every day with a purpose, you're eventually going to be just like them. It's like the saying, if you hang around 4 alcoholics, you're going to be the 5th. If you hang around 4 losers, you're going to be the 5th loser. So it's all about really just who you surround yourself with, and that goes for anything in life. As you progress with this company, you not only can make money on your personal sales, you can make money in leadership. So this is where the money starts to get really, really good. So I don't want to say you can't make money selling insurance here, because there's people in this company that make $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 selling insurance. But if we look at who makes the most amount of money, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million in 1 year, they are in leadership. They're teaching other people sales. They're showing other people the opportunity. And this is where I'm at in my career. I still sell a little bit of insurance, but most of my focus is on developing agents and showing them how I was able to make $300,000 my first year, teaching them skill sets, teaching them how to sell certain situations, how to talk to people, how to handle certain situations. Everything about sales you need to know, handling objections, everything that you would need to know to make that kind of money and succeed in sales and not be a failure. So in leadership, the way the company pays you is based on your team's performance. So think about it like this. If I'm bringing somebody onto this company and they come in here and are terrible, well, that's a direct reflection of my training and how I'm handling the situation with that specific person. So we have systems, we have things that people implement in order to be good at sales. I always say it's like a 50-50 split. If I'm giving you the energy and the intention to be good here, then I need you to buy in with the other 50% in order to trust the process. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't take a special person to make $100,000 a year here. We have the training systems in order to do that. You just have to show up and put the work in and make the necessary sacrifices to be good at sales. Sales isn't something you can't learn. You can learn the skill set, you can learn the tactics, you can learn everything you need to know in order to be successful with it. It's not like an unsolved mystery where you have to go get a 5-year degree to be able to be good at it. You don't have to do all these crazy things to be able to be good at sales. So here's the thing, when you get into leadership, there's a lot more problems you have. If you want $1 million, well, you're going to have $1 million worth of problems. Some people don't want that in their life. They just want to worry about themselves, their personal sales. But when you get into leadership, if you have 40 agents on your team, well, you're going to have 40 agents worth of problems, and you're going to need to learn how to handle the stress, the pressure, what comes with $1 million, maybe people personally attacking you. Whatever the case may be, that's what you need to learn how to handle. And that's what's able to make you more and more money each year. It's not that things don't get harder. They definitely do. But you're more developed. You can handle situations better. You don't worry about certain things you used to worry about. So in leadership, it's mostly about personal development. Because guess what? If you're not developing yourself, you can't develop somebody else with an empty cup. You need to be pouring to yourself every day, being able to withstand a lot of problems, dealing with a lot of things, helping a lot of people. Because guess what? In our company, the more people you're able to help, the more money you're going to make too. So to sum it up, it's not hard to make $100,000 within this company. If you wanted to do it just selling insurance, you need to make a sale every other day. That's including the bonuses, the commissions, all that stuff. If you wanted to get in leadership and make $200,000, well, all you need to do is show 3 people how to do that exact same thing. You would need to teach 3 people how to make a sale every other day, and you would make $100,000. That's the very simple version of how you could make 6 figures plus per year. Don't need a degree, don't need a sales background. You could come in and learn our systems. So if I wanted to get in leadership and get promoted into the ranks of leadership, I would need to recruit 3 people to come here and make a sale every other day, which isn't a lot. It's not hard to do. Imagine if you had a friend or family member where you could show them, hey, there's this opportunity where you can make $100,000 a year and don't have to work 90 hours a week. They might feel like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Is that too good to be true? Just the things I was saying at the beginning of like, how's that even possible? But that's how our company works. They pay our leaders, our leadership bonuses based on your team's performance. So guess what? If I want to make $1 million, all you have to do is the math backwards. Maybe the math is you need to show 100 people how to make a sale every other day. So this isn't something hard to do or get into. You have to get your insurance license, which is a week process. Go and take your state exam. And once you pass, get onboarded with the company, start the training process, start memorizing the scripts. So it's not something that takes weeks or months to get into or years. It's a very simple process to get started with us and learn our systems. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay tuned for more videos like this about our team, about our culture. If you think this would be a good fit, comment below, click the link above, send me a message on my social medias, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon.